APAC. So this is a God drop. So the God drop moment, this one's about peace. There's a verse that goes, and the peace the peace that surpasses all understanding will guard your heart and mind, I believe is the other part. And so a peace that surpasses understanding. One thing that's really interesting to me is the fact that means, how do I say this? Your understanding is here, the peace is here, and it surpasses it. So your understanding can actually be at war with the peace. And I've heard this verse many times. I've prayed it many times. And it was in this moment, not like 15 minutes ago or whatever, that I was very much stressing about money and worrying, and it was literally like there was a tangible force that was like, it's gonna be okay. It was like this wave of peace. And then something inside of me rose up and was saying, you can't have peace because of XYZ. The problem is still there. And I was like, I recognized that those two were at war at that moment. And I had a choice. I could side with my understanding and let it overshadow my peace that was coming. Or I could lean into the peace and let it surpass the understanding. And so never had this verse really come alive to me before until now. So they call it like Rhema, where the knowledge that was in the book, the Bible, it becomes alive. It becomes living. So I realized that the peace that surpasses all understanding, it is a choice. It's not an easy choice. And our understanding will constantly be waging war with this. But I can choose to worry, which doesn't do anything. Scripture even says that worrying, you can't change your hair color. You can't add 1 minute to your day. You can't do anything with worry. Worry paralyzes and hinders. There's nothing good that comes from worrying. Or I could choose to have peace, and I may not understand the peace, but I can lean into it and have peace concerning the situation. And it made me want to laugh. It made me want to smile and laugh because peace is precious. So many times people are like, you got to guard your peace. And it's spiritual warfare. It literally is. And so I don't know if this is a benefit to anyone, but I wanted to put that out there, that you can have both at the same time, and you have to choose. And remember, worry gives you nothing but ruins. It pollutes whatever time that it's dominant. It crushes, it brings anxiety and depression and doubt. Or you can trust peace that says, I don't know how, but it's going to be okay. And so I'm leaning on God for that. And I'm not forgetting that the problem is still there and that I will have a part at some point. But when there's literally nothing I can do, I have to lean into peace because I'm disabled by my understanding. Because human knowledge is very limited and God's knowledge is limitless. And so that is like a weight off. And it doesn't mean that I won't still have the battle happening. It may be a continual battle until the solution resolves, and then I have the next battle. So it may be a continual eternal thing. But I have to say, I feel a lot better siding with peace. As hard as it is, it can feel foolish. It can feel ignorant. Like, why are you happy? You have X, Y, Z problems. I'm like, yeah, but let me just have joy and find peace, and it'll be okay. And if I do it that way, I'll probably have more clear-headedness to solve the problem, or to solve the issue of what is to come. So when the solution presents itself, or as I search for a solution, I can still have that peace. So I hope that, speaks to someone. And thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me speak my little God drops, as I call them. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day. God bless. And until next time, out the moon. Bye.